pick champ. What else we got here?
I think
there
that
it is.
Corki is a very good call, and it does come out here right off the bat. It is kind of the most popular Dragon laner right now. Can also be flex mid lane, which is a huge part of his popularity. But also really long range, scales well into the late game, pretty strong during the early game, has in-fight mobility, so in comparison to a Varus, can keep themselves alive without as much bodyguarding duty. Just a very powerful pick in this meta, and the stats reflect it.
Oh yeah, absolutely right. You can just pick it early and then flex it either to Ellie or to Coyote and see how the draft goes. And the fact that you can build anything on Corki and it still works. I think that's the most insane thing. For T1 though, that's the Wukong holding on to this Monkey King. Could be flex for Zhong, could be towards JY again. But unfortunately, you know, it didn't really enable that big early game we're talking about, so I feel like top lane would be better for this Wukong.
Yeah, the thing with the Wukong is that it's a mid to late game character.
Yeah.
So if we're putting the Wukong in the top lane, then I immediately go, well, what is Jaejong going to be able to do during the early game? And we have kind of the same thing I was worried about last time.
Yeah, Rakan getting locked in here, and I think one thing T1 felt was we don't have a solid way to engage the fights right when we want them. Again, think back to the long, drawn-out, chased fight that made them lose 2 towers in the inhib. A Rakan there could have at least forced the fight early.
Yeah, because earlier, right, it was Penguin on that Lulu where it's not really something that you want to wombo combo. It doesn't wombo combo with anything. So Cyclone into the Grand Entrance is just such a good combo. And I don't know why. I want a Yasuo in this composition for T1.
Well, I know why. It would be really
This
fun.
is a knockoff. Everything.
But it would be a commit to the late game.
That's
right?
true.
And what we've seen so far from the Rakan does give them some early game potential, but all their damage so far on the Wukong is in the late game. So again, I had my 2 kind of paths for T1. Either give us something in this draft that is going to give them early game damage options and use it, or, and this does look like the direction they're going, full commit to the Korean style, the mid-late game brawler frontline comp, and be able to show up holding off Team Flash for the first 5 minutes, and then meeting them in team fights.
Yeah, exactly. They're still not revealing anything yet. Where's the damage? The last 2 picks are going to be very reliant on that. And I wonder if they're going to ban the Varus, because I think Ellie can still play Varus Thresh on this one.
So when this is played in the Korean League, this kind of brawler-heavy frontline style, which has been the Korean meta for a while, they typically play with Varus, which is why it is Team Flash who ban it out.
Yep.
They typically go Varus and an Enchanter, and the Enchanter, something like a Nami, will roam behind these front lines, give them HP resets in the fights, and throw out big CC. The Varus can play at range and back that up. With Corki picked, Varus and Ziggs both banned, the AD carry pool for BDG is very narrow right now.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I think that's why TF feel comfortable banning out the Varus here. Maybe Ashe.
I want an Ashe.
I'm worried about the damage. If that's going to be an Ashe, I mean, it's still pretty good to get picks, get that snowball to the side lanes. We saw that from Omega yesterday against Buriram, so it's highly possible to snowball in a side lane Ashe. Send arrows from downtown.
Yeah,
everywhere.
The Ashe works well with this composition because you can start fights with the arrows, like you were saying, Riku. And because Ashe is pretty good at kiting on themselves, the other option is Ezreal. Those are the 2 picks I would feel very comfortable with for T1 here. They are in BDG's wheelhouse.
My only concern right now is that they're running out of options on the wave clear department, and that's a twisted fate!
That's crazy, man!
That is nutty. That is nutty. Okay, still, my concern. Where's the damage? I am so concerned about the damage. If they do pick up an Ashe, that's a big pick comp with a lot of global things going on, and instead they take it away!
Wow.
What's PDG gonna take?
Wow.
So,
there's not a lot here left for T1.
I think this is Team Flash correctly recognizing that Ashe is the missing piece in the T1 composition because it gives you so many stuns on command. You can gold card into all the knockups, you can gold card into the Ashe arrow. So they had to take the Ashe away. They do that now. T1, there is very little left.
And I like the fact that Team Flash pick Ashe and Shen very quickly to make T1 on the clock right now because everyone kind of saw the Ashe pick coming on in and the flexibility of Team Flash. It's going to be an Ori, so what are we flexing down to the bottom side of the map?
AD carry.
Yeah.
Twisted Fate carry. They're going to put the Rakan down there, and this is going to be Wukong in the jungle. So T1 have kind of built the Korean pick composition. The Korean composition that's so popular during the WCK is all about accelerating your front line. So you land the full CC combo. They kind of have that. It's gold card into charm instead of Ashe arrow into gold card, but it'll work.
Yeah, everyone has CC. Everyone can lock people down. And the fact that the Twisted Team Flash has a lot of squishy members, no one to tank there. I'd say Shen, but everyone's still super duper squishy. Coyote, by the way, iconic pick in the mid lane with that Ashe pick.
All right, we've got TF playing against a TF
Iconic.
piloted by T1. Let's send it back on over to Grandin and Hells to sort this.
Let's kind of weigh it out on both sides, see what they want to try and get done, because it does seem like it's going into the mid lane.
It's an Ashe mid. Oh, it seems like T1 is trying to look for something.
Gold card getting ready. Coyote is over by the side. He's going to spot them out. Okay. Red card comes across instead.
Oh, how cool would it be if Core actually took his charm and if BDG would have stunned him and then Penguin on the Rakan knocked him up? How cool would that be if that would have worked? That could have worked. That could have been first blood for T1 right
But
there.
you'd be level 1 Ahri with charm.
Exactly.
That would be a little sad.
Exactly. That's the risk that you're taking. But it seems like Team Flash is all good. But T1 is doing a very interesting rotation here where they push both waves, share the golden experience, should be a net value, a positive net value at the end. But now they're kind of giving a free lane to Coyote on that Ashe.
Yeah, we do see them up a little bit more in gold right now, but Coyote gets free space, and against a matchup that you should be punished in, you don't want to see that happen. It's going to take a little while for Core to really find his footing in this matchup, though.
I find this Ashe mid lane very interesting, by the way, because how is Ashe's ganking? Oh, that was close, by the way.
That sentence doesn't hit though, and Ellie takes quite a bit of damage on the way out. Ignite on both sides. The exhaust comes through. Actually flashes away. Doesn't have you anymore. Flashing in, and a first blood over to T1.
T1 taking first blood against Team Flash. That's what you like to see. T1 stepping up the early game like they have to. But what I was talking about is how good is Coyote's ganking gonna be? Besides his ultimate, like what can Ashe really do while ganking? And on the opposite side, you have Core who has these crazy ganks because he's playing Ahri.
Oh yeah, being able to move in, have a lot of damage, have that pick-off potential. Of course, I suppose the risk is that Coyote gets to keep pushing in the wave. We'll have to see how that one plays out. But can we talk about that Twisted Fate 80 first blood in the bot side? Can we talk about that, Elf?
Let's talk about that, okay? Because it's a Twisted Fate 80. He actually has fleet footwork. Interesting that he wouldn't go for a lethal tempo. It's an AP Twisted Fate, actually. It's not an 80 Twisted Fate.
But he won't be playing the bomb side still. Gold card on to Zissou. Zissou holds on to the Sonic Wave and follows through the Resonating Strike for a kill in the bottom side. Second kill going to go over to Zissou as well.
There it is. This is how game one should have gone for Zissou as well. He's playing that Lee Sin. This is the aggression that he's looking for. Yeah, so yeah, indeed. It's an AP Twisted Fate in the Dragon Lane. So... interesting. I've never seen that before, Grandin. Honestly, I've never seen that before. What should I say?
I guess they have damage. They're like, okay, we have 80 damage to the top side. Wow,
Ooh, Shy.
Very close to following there. Gets his shield.
Zissou goes again. Wow.
A very sad day for PDG.
Oh my god, Grandin, what is happening? This is the Team Flash that I expected to see in game one.
They took a little while to get here.
Right, that was their warm-up game. This is the true Team Flash, right? Like, this is indeed the aggression that you want to have as Team Flash. When you have that Lee Sin, when Zissou's playing, this is what you can do. Double gank on BDG. BDG is sitting on level 3 right now. He just got level 4.
An amazing start here for Team Flash, for Zissou, especially BDG. He's going to need some time to scale up and pick up that Rod of Ages. And until he gets to that point, this is the first kill in the bot side.
Oh yeah, definitely. Here we can see it, right? Coyote making sure there's vision and easy kill. This was a very easy kill. Unfortunately, Penguin trying to save BDG right there, ended up dying himself as well. And then Zissou was just kind of waiting in the blue side jungle. Here you can see, this is it. This is the ganking that Team Flash has. Ashe arrow, and then Zissou goes for it again. So this is the danger that T1 has to deal with right now. And Zissou is trying to look for something else right now.
He's up to the top side. Honeyfruit comes in, but used it quite early on. Zissou just repositions over by the side. Gonna take a while before the arrow comes in. Hits him at the edge. We still don't have the Dragon's Rage, but it doesn't seem necessary. Not when they are able to lay crowd control. Tom comes across and Team Flash with another kill.
What is happening, Grandin? This Ashe in the mid lane from Coyote is working out so incredibly well. Every single gank is being enabled by the Ashe, and this could potentially even be first turret right now.
BDG trying to make his way to the top end, has the gold card, hits it onto Shy. JY denied of the Nimbus strike by the flay away from MT.
It just doesn't feel like T1 is going to have enough damage in the late game to deal with the composition of Team Flash. Because when you have BDG on that Twisted Fate, he's not going to be able to chunk down a Shen. He's not going to be able to chunk down a Thresh. So it's going to be interesting to see how T1 deals with this composition of Team Flash. How are they going to be able to deal with the ganks?
T1 coming into the competition is one of the biggest esports organizations of all time, and there were so many high expectations placed on them to perform, to really get to a late stage in the competition with the mantle of the WCK behind them. They did well in the play-in stage, were able to come join teams in the group stage, but now they have to step up. We need to see what happens here. Zhong has been doing well against Shy. but we have to see even better performance. He needs to finish off the kills, needs to get his team ahead.
That's 4 kills on Zissou, by the way. That's 4 kills already on that Lee Sin, as opposed to the 0 kills on JY. JY is nearly 2,000 gold behind right now. That is a massive, massive jungle lead coming up to the first objectives. Because the smite from JY is going to be so much weaker than Zissou's smite as well, because he's a level down.
Yeah. And you have the package, and you have all these big tools out from Team Flash. T1 trying to fight for this dragon. The Inferno is one of the ones that goes high up on the priority list when we look at the objectives.
But how does T1 fight this though against this power comp of Team Flash in the early game? You have that Lee Sin, you have the Corki package, you have the Ash arrows. Like, how on earth is T1 supposed to do this? I want to see T1 trade again, because look, they're losing turrets, they're losing objectives. They're going to lose everything if they don't play this properly.
Zissou looking for the flank angle, but it's difficult. Trying to get his way in onto T1. Penguin gets caught out. Fighting by the river. It's going to be Jong actually to take some damage from Team Flash. Team Flash with the first turret in the bot side.
There's the Corki package. Shy is pushing the top side map. He's playing the Shen. T1 has to fight right now.
Okay, they're trying to pull the trigger here. We have the go-kart out from BDG, but BDG cannot get in range, not even with his flash.
Oh, and Shy seems to be pushing the Baron lane. He doesn't find it necessary to go in.
That's the arrow. That's the Stand United has to go into the fight. JY is going to have to get away. Tries to flash out. Penguin also trying to get away, but Zissou won't manage to finish off the kill onto the Rakan.
Oh,
by the side. It's between Shy. It's between Empty, but they will get the job done. T1 sent running away from the dragon.
And Team Flash takes everything. Oh no, they take the mid lane turret. They could take the dragon. They take
Coyote wasn't even there.
It wasn't even there, and it was just so easy. And Shy as well, like teleporting into that team fight. Perfect timing with that Shen. It's just Team Flash is playing a perfect game right now. They're 6,000 gold ahead. It's nearly as I predicted, right?
In the first game.
Yeah, I predicted they would be ahead by 5k gold during the first objective, but this is 6k gold even, so it's even more than I predicted. And as you look into this replay right now, you can see it, T1 just doesn't have the appropriate composition to fight in that early game. Coyote starts to fight off with his ultimate, and it's just game over. Like, you just don't have enough damage to deal with this. Zissou as well, diving that backline, getting the kills, and unfortunately T1 just cannot take a fight like this.
I mean, after we saw the initial damage out from Coyote, he's like, just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm not going to deal with this. Again, a catch on to JY. Can he finish off the kill onto the Wukong in time, though? This seems to be the answer. Yes, as the kill goes over to Ellie. Zissou still going aggressive, playing on the absolute limits. T1 have no way of punishing.
And I'm starting to love this Ashe mid lane pick even more now, because if you actually look into the composition of Team Flash, they have the follow-up. They have the Thresh with the CC. They have the Lee Sin with the damage. And they have the Shen as well with that taunt. So whenever someone gets caught by the Ashe arrow, you're just going to die to it.
I mean, we saw it from the beginning, right? That we had some expectations for how the Ashe was going to play out. I'm not sure what to say about this one. Core almost going down. Zissou will not be able to get him.
Team Flash got both objectives, by the way. Not sure if you saw, but they literally just got both objectives. And they're going to get a kill here as well.
Well, Jong's going to try to ignore the turret where he can. Enchanted Crystal Arrow will not hit, but it doesn't matter because you have the Stand United and Coyote following up for the kill. And we knew the Ashe was going to take it away from T1's composition. They needed it to round off their comp. And so Team Flash took it away, but now in the mid lane, you really start to see its power.
And granted, if you look into the late game this time, it's a bit of a sadder story for T1, because they don't actually have like the super superior composition in the late game. They're now up against an Ashe, who scales very well into the late game, up against a Shen, up against a Corki. These are champions that do very, very well into that late game. So how is T1 going to be able to deal with this? And T1 is going to try to defend this turret, but they can't.
Another turret over to Team Flash, the third one of the game.
Every single tier 1 turret has been taken already, as opposed to the one turret that T1 has taken. And they're just being so aggressive all the time.
It is going to be difficult for T1 though. They do still have some good team fighting power. The flash away from John, but gets caught here as well. Penguin gets caught by the death sentence, will be able to escape with the battle dance though.
Oh, that Ashe arrow cut off Riven's hair right there. That flash was like, that was my heart beat from that Ashe arrow there, but he dodged it just in time.
Charm over onto Shy, but doesn't seem like they're able to finish off a kill. Zissou still over by the bags, looking for the catch onto Core, gets him in the nick of time. But now he's stuck in between members of T1. Looking to try and trade back for a kill. They finally find him with the help of BDG, with the help of Jong, but T1 stuck under the turret, their only lifeblood there.
Team Flash is just not giving a single chance to T1 right now to make a comeback. They're gonna go for this turret as well.
It's
and they're gonna go for the fight as well.
The arrow's already back up. It was just used on John, but they already have the arrow back up. And Team Flash find the entry angle into the fight through that. A double kill here. as they will take down 3 on the side of T1.
I actually think Game 1 was not the real Team Flash. This feels more like the real Team Flash. We expected this to happen in Game 1, but they kind of had to get used to the stage. That's what it feels like. This is a different team from Game 1, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It feels like a whole different team.
10,000 gold lead at 10 minutes. You would not... you look at a Team Flash game and yeah, this makes sense here.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense anywhere else.
They could have lost Game 1, but Game 2, they're not going to lose. And as we look into this Coca-Cola pop-off, you can see the beautiful turret dive, right? Like, T1 sure got a good catch, but you're up against the Shen. Zissou in that backline is, I mean, look at this. Just completely chunks down Core, and then he goes in and kills Penguin as well, by the way. And then he finally dies, but it doesn't matter.
The error once again, and with the Stand United, they had to follow up with BDG. He's in caught out position.
You know what's probably gonna happen to T1? You know those moments when you're sleeping and you get like a sudden nightmare where you fall off a cliff or something? I see T1 in bed right now and then boom! Suddenly there's an Ash arrow coming to their face and they'll just wake up screaming like, wait, what? Is that Coyote in my room right now?
Let's hope not for their sakes. For their sakes, let's hope not. But I could definitely see that happen. It's gonna be in my dreams for sure.
Oh yeah, and I mean, look at this aggression. It's just turret after turret, kill after kill, objective after objective. It's just T1 cannot do anything. They're stuck in this game. It's just delaying the inevitable right now, trying to push the waves, but every single turret is getting taken out. I mean, Team Flash doesn't even need a wave.
Yeah, T1, they have team fighting power in spades, but the issue is how you're ever going to get a team fight when Team Flash have so much pick potential off. Go to the side lane, Zissou's there waiting for you. Coyote has his enchanted crystal arrow. Shy is always prepared to make it an uneven fight.
Zissou actually nearly has double the gold of JY. Double. We're not even talking about numbers right now, we're actually talking about double. That's the craziest thing I have ever seen in the jungle in Wild Rift. Like, the fact that Zissou has double the amount of gold of JY, he's sitting on 3 items while JY hasn't even finished half of his second item. That is crazy. Oh, there's another Ash arrow!
Dancing and weaving around members of T1. We have to watch out for Ellie though, because Ellie's been left alone. A little bit too early into the fight. We do start to see them move in. Shy comes across. Jong's still alive for now. Zissou looking to finish off that first kill. They managed to take down the Rivet in exchange for Ellie, and the death sentence back over on the call follows through. Flay does not manage to hit though, as it continues to flash in forward. Shy will get another kill for himself. Zissou hunts as a double comes through for him as well.
T1 got a good catch on Ali, but it doesn't matter. When you're behind 40, another Ash arrow! We're not even done with the team fight, and we have another Ash arrow. We approach the team fight with an Ash arrow, and we ended the team fight with an Ash arrow right there.
Onto the inhibitor now. T1 was not to see their base fall to the efforts of Team Flash.
Next dragon is spawning as well. Team Flash is going to take the dragon. Team Flash is going to take over. There's only 2 more turrets left. What else is Team Flash supposed to take? The next thing they're going to take is going to be the Nexus as well. Like,
Baron has yet to spawn, by the way.
Baron has yet to spawn. And how much is the gold lead? 15,000 in 12 minutes?
Yes, that is correct.
That could be close to the game between J-Team and Team Kesa. I mean, J-Team was 20,000 gold ahead in 15 minutes. Let's see if Team Flash can break that record. I'm saying that...
in the most loving way possible, right? As someone that was looking forward to seeing how Team Kesa would perform as well. So, Team Flash now trying to close out the game here, 2-0, and then move on to the next game in the group stages. Team Flash will see the Baron come up, and we saw how aggressively they were looking to try and pick up the Baron last game.
And Shy is also split pushing, of course, because he's playing that Shan. And unfortunately, Jong cannot leave his lane right now. He doesn't have a teleport. He doesn't have teleport boots either. This is just, there's no way T1 can win this. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when a fight happens, Shy is gonna teleport, and it's gonna be a 5 versus 4. And T1 can probably not even win a 5 versus 5. So they actually tried to go for Shy right here.
Trying to force a fight onto Shy, but the problem is your base is in shambles. Zissou is here with a wrecking ball and taking it apart. Another turret falls as Team Flash poised to end the game. 13.5 minutes in, Penguin with the final stance, trying to stop Team Flash's push. And he will get it done just in time for the rest of T1 to get back into base, send Team Flash packing.
This is unbelievable. Now I can see how Team Flash could beat the WRL teams. I mean, this performance is just phenomenal. And like, this is how these guys won 4-0 against Flashels. Flashels is an incredible team, but then this team is like a whole step on top. And I still feel we haven't seen the full potential of them. Like, this game does show how good they are, but I actually still think they have more, because this is only their first series.
Yeah, it is still only their first series, and I think we have a lot in store for us as we will see quite a few first seed teams play to date, right? The last 4 that have not shown any games, Team Flash being the first one to do so. And then we have Leviton coming up right after this one as well. I mean, a bunch of good games.
It's got to be super exciting. Also seeing Immortals from NA.
Nice break off onto Penguin with the death sentence. The package will start to come in now though. Cheddar Crystal Arrow over by the back gets Penguin. Tags him as he tries to escape from his jungle, but T1 lose 2 through this trade. And now flashing forward, Ellie gets tagged by the gold card. But a nice flash engage here from Shy as well. The taunt will manage to land. Nexus won't fall just yet as T1 continue to hold on. Empty falls to the Ignite, a double for Core as he's still looking to hold on to the game. Going a little bit too aggressive. Now it's looking problematic, but Zissou very quickly turns that one around. BDG overextends to the back. Will find himself 1 kill onto Coyote, but still going down to Zissou.
That should be game. I'm not sure if John can defend this against two waves.
7 seconds on members of T1. Can they manage to finish this one off in time? Team Flash knocking away the Nexus, but they've been sent back once again.
Jong.
Guardian Angel up here for Zissou as he fights off Jong. A little bit more damage. The Battle Gans gives the shield over to the Riven, but Zissou's Guardian Angel procced and he's stuck between 2 members of T1.
Oh, and Baron is up, Grandin. Baron is up. T1 just killed every single one from Team Flash. Although I don't think they can do the Baron because they're also dead. Like, it's not like everyone from Team Flash died. T1 is also dead. So but now we could see the potential of how T1 could win a team fight. They could catch out someone from Team Flash. If they catch out the squishy member, like the Lee Sin, like the Ashe, like the Corki, that's how they could potentially get picks in team fights and win it in the long term. But it's hard to do. BDG is sitting on 3 items. Core is sitting on 3 items, but they're still so behind right now.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem very feasible right now, especially with how low the Nexus has already fallen every time they get into the base.
Yeah,
slowly whittles down.
And there you can see it, right? Like these are ways that they could win team fights. Ari Charm, Twisted Fate, Gold Card. That is the only way. And then Jong in the longer term fight as well. Here you can see it. He does so much damage on that Riven too.
He does manage to get quite a bit done, especially since he was targeted quite a bit by the rest of the enemy team. Was able to pick up some health in the fountain and then come back in. And
yeah, and here as well, you can see him go in. Yeah, you can see him go in, do so much damage. And like, oh, they try to catch someone again right here.
They will look for the catch onto Shy. He starts to move away with the stand united.
United.
Very beautiful mechanics out from Jong. Instantly executes the Shen.
Ooh, it's Baron though. It is Baron. Baron is up right now and T1 is gonna desperately try to look for it.
JY by the back of the pit. Empty's gonna come across. JY flashes away. The Shannon Crystal Arrow lands on the wrong target, lands onto the clone. They move on the core now. Core starts to dash away with the Spirit Rush, but they manage to take down JY. Baron has reset in that time. Jong still off in the side lane, trying to push, trying to find some value in the side lane.
But where is Jong? Where is BDG? Why don't they go back by teleports? This was a potential fight for T1 to win, but now unfortunately everything falls apart. I'm not sure why Jong was split pushing the bot lane, because if T1 had won this team fight, they could have just completely win the game, and now it's Team Flash that's finishing the game.
4 members strong, they move into the base. Coyote picked up the teleport, and Jet the Crystal Arrow once again with crowd control onto John. Zissou coming in, trying to execute off a kill, but it's brought into the fountain, will go down. They managed to take down Coyote and still holding on to the game long enough.
No way!
Nexus will not fall, standing on the channel here by Shy, trying to make his way onto Empty. Coming in, they're looking for the taunt, will be able to land it onto Jong. Finally, the defender keeping the game going is taken down. But amazing defense here from T1, here from BDG, as this Nexus has fallen below 1,000 health 3 times at this point.
Oh, the Elder Dragon is up! T1 could win this! T1 could kill them! The Elder is up! Team Flash screwed up!
TG with the flag, gets the gold card, and Shy is still alive.
Elder
but the rest of Team Flash is dead, and T1 at fall, going for them.
Oh, no way! What did Team Flash just do? What did they just do? They did get caught by that composition of T1. They did get caught by the Ari Charms. They did get caught by the Gold Card. And now it's an Elder Dragon for T1. This could just turn the game.
If T1 are able to get this Dragon, more fight potential available, but teleport's starting to come through for Team Flash. And Shine's running over right this instant. He spots them out, gets into the pit with the arrow, getting some crowd control done. That's Dragon going over to Team 1, but Zissou running over from the side as well, gets the flank angle down. JY starts to escape, but finished off by the Lee Sin finally here.
So that's a one-for-one trade. T1 is still fine. I just cannot believe that T1 could possibly make a comeback in this game, because now T1 has that Elder Dragon. It is only one Elder Dragon, so it's not going to be that strong, but that's still an Elder Dragon, which will allow you to do true damage, and it just gives you massive buffs.
How has T1 held on to this game this long?
Yeah. And how are they maybe even winning right now? Because they're going to try to go for it. This is a 50-50. Anyone could take it.
Insane. He's been able to keep this game going much longer than Tattoo. That's the arrow used. BDG with flank over by the back. He's going to be able to spot out Coyote in that time. John with the SQ takes down the Ash first. Baron still up. Zissou almost with a kill on the core. Finally finds it, but John is in the pit waiting for him as well. Ellie needs to start running into the base of T1 right this instant, but he stays in the pit instead. Trying to pick up the Baron. They managed to take it. They're going on the Penguin now, but Ellie won't be able to get much done here. Shine joins in with the Stand United BDG in pit. He still has the flash. He has the go-kart. John comes through. This Rivet does so much damage. Shy does not have a way to fight this. BDG with the go-kart again. They go on to Shy. The base is not in danger, and so they can run Shy down in the mid lane. T1 nearly with an ace on Team Flash.
Zissou took that Baron as well. He smited it down from like, what, 40 HP. Unbelievable for Team Flash. And as you look into this replay, this was so scary for Team Flash. Jong with a beautiful flank coming in with his ultimate, and BDG from behind as well. Coyote had no chance. This fight was looking like over for T1. You can see it, the fight was pretty much over. It's a 3 versus 2. Unfortunately, Lee Sin is dead as well. This is a free Baron for T1, you'd think, right? But then you can see it. Baron gets done, and here, 50 HP, and he smites it while he's sitting on like 50 HP himself as well, Grandin.
That's the superpower. When you're 50 HP, you smite it at 50 HP.
Right, he did it. That saved the game right there, by the way. Just because he got that Baron, it didn't allow T1 to actually push out their base. Because, of course, Team Flash still has 2 turrets. And now they have the Baron as well.
Final Baron still here for Ellie. BDG with his ultimate trying to find a way into the fight here. Will go into the eye brush, trying to look for a flank angle onto Team Flash. Zissou over by the side. They managed to find the first kill on the Penguin. And for all their efforts, T1 start to get run down by Team Flash. A response here from Zhong. Once again, it's a kill onto Empty. But Coyote with a flank over by the side. Gets the slowdown onto the Riven. Ignore Zhong because the Nexus will fall. And it's Team Flash finally with a 2-0 win.
What a game. What a game. Did we expect to see this happen right here? T1 was down 15k gold, but then they actually nearly made that comeback right there. Team Flash, well, they were sweating during that last game.
Yeah, not too happy with that one. I think they would have been all smiles if they had managed to close out the game when they were supposed to, but you can see now it's a case of we were supposed to have a 1 game. If we had lost that, it would have been very problematic.
Oh, wow. I'm just surprised. I'm still so surprised because T1 actually played that composition so incredibly well in that late game, playing with the Twisted Fate, playing with the Ahri, constantly catching out an enemy champion, and then at the end of the day, they won team fights because they forced a fight where they had already killed a few champions of Team Flash, and then they got the Elder Dragon.
Sources in many of these games, and still towards the late game, manages to make a dent. You can see the dent he made there almost single-handedly in the gold graph. And then the other side of it, BDG on Twisted Fate here, demonstrating why we were highlighting him so much in the run-up.
WCS, VN, Vietnam, and that's a crazy feat to do.
I'm just shocked by it. Like you can see here on the stats, how little Coyote was in the team fight.
He was just pushing the minion wave.
Almost all that damage from Coyote is Ash arrows, and like everything else, he was just minding his own business. And I actually do think that just like the one brain back on shift that happened in that very last fight, Coyote was like, okay, it's one of these. And he stood behind the fight and he made sure that BDG didn't get a sneaky angle on him again, and he found the right place where he could stand as an Ash and actually contribute to the team fight, and it pushed them over the edge.
Yeah, on the last fight, it was Wukong, I think.